think about it. I don't know about that at all, but that's a good one. Dad, we're not that kind of band. We're not.
Put on speaker.
It's not, it's vegetarian. I think it's zingy. It says something.
What's vegetarian?
I'm just not sure about that. That doesn't really make sense with any of our music.
What is it?
Well, name me a name of some of your music.
Super nice guy.
I don't know.
Just name me some of your songs off.
Okay, Cave In.
Yeah. That's what you should get.
Yeah, Speak to Carry Us, Worsening,
It's going good.
Hypertension,
A lot of the instruments we're
The
doing,
Importance of Each Other.
a lot of that we're getting done pretty quick, you know?
Uh,
Now it's just kind of,
Okay, so you want something that
you know, like,
clicks
I'm still
with those
doing
names,
my
right?
something from vocal.
well, we're gonna just. I think we're just gonna keep looking at still, but yeah, something that makes sense with them, and that's why we felt that was kind of
Well,
the.
like, we have like a cello.
Okay, so the word deep comes to my mind first of all. I'm not talking about Deep Purple, but you're talking about Cave In and all of those other things, so that's fairly deep subjects.
But, yeah, Leah's gonna lay down violin as well.
It's okay. It's okay. We can brainstorm a bit more, but I kind of just wanted to know your opinion on that.
I'm sorry, but I don't like it. It's just blah.
Okay. Okay.
The same thing with Harmless. It's blah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a name to it.
But you think that the one that you said, the
Almonds and Pepper. Did you see DOWES?
no,
What did you say?
Douse.
Did you look up what it means?
No, but I know pretty much what it means. What do you?
What does it mean?
Well, like, pouring a liquid, like, well, like I know what it means. Like, if you know, putting liquid on.
There's a 3 after it.
Wait, what?
Douse 3.
Why? Because there's 3 of
Because
us.
there's 3 of you. Yeah. It sounds better than just Douse. If you want to use Douse, go Douse 3.
I feel that might be excessive.
It's catchier.
Is it?
Yes.
There's so much silence in this conversation.
Okay, but just think about it. Just say it out. Douse 3.
Douse 3.
Okay. It sounds catchier, does it not, than just Douse?
It sounds a bit more bluesy.
Well, add a word to it then. Add a word that has meaning to your music.
Okay. Douse doesn't have enough meaning in it?
No, I think you need to have 2 words minimum.
Okay.
Don't think about it. You want to have a name that will catch on. People see it as something different. They'll see it and say, oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of interesting. And it'll stick in their mind. Like when you listen to some songs on the radio, you just can't get them out of your mind, right?
Yeah.
And you keep singing them over and over. Well, you want a name like that where people will remember it.
Yeah. I mean, when I look at Douse, I don't think of it as a normal word, and I find that to be a benefit.
Okay, but the thing is, if you add another word to it, it makes it catchier than just one word.
Does it, though?
I think it does.
Okay.
You've got to appeal to everybody, not just 1 or 2 people.
Totally.
And obviously, when he says, you know, your other word, I forget what it was already, see?
Yeah. No, I
Right.
understand.
So Douse 3 is one way of doing it, or Douse or something catchy, Douse integrity. If you're saying Douse means something that you're being poured over or whatever, what are you going to pour over them? Make something mean something out of it. Even if it isn't a real word, you could use anything, because people make up words and they're catchy. You don't even have to spell it that way,
Yeah.
right? Because it's a name. People come up with all sorts of crazy names.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a website I was just on. If you go Google and say suggested names for bands, there's one you put in a word and it comes up with all sorts of different alternatives that just gets you thinking. Some of them are really stupid, but it's like, if you really like that word, it's not as horrible as the other one if you add it with something to make it that it means something to you guys, and it'll jump out at other people and they'll remember it.
Mm-hmm.
You want something, people aren't just going to say, oh, okay, that's their new name. You want, hey, that's cool, I'm going to remember that one. Or, oh, that's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this one, I thought to myself, like, can I feel comfortable saying this out loud? You know?
Okay, and then the other thing is, too, is it doesn't have to be spelled that way, because then people say, well, how do you spell that? Come up with a spelling that people will really easily connect with. Right?
That was a bit confusing there.
Well, I mean, people say, how do you spell Douse? Right? You could go D-O-W-S-Z, D-O-W-Z, Douse, if you really want to. It doesn't have to be the proper spelling of a word, as long as it means something to you.
No, totally. I think that there was just a conflict as well, where we were trying to find a word that we don't have to explain. Because...
Yeah, so for example, if you use D-O-W-Z, that's a really easy one for people to figure out, and you could use the number 3 after that instead of the word 3. Or you could put backwards E there, which could mean 3, it could mean Douse, right?
Right.
So that might be it. So D-O-W-Z, and then the backwards E, like capital E, you know what I mean? Or the number 3, actually.
Yeah.
So then it's one word, but it's got a number 3 incorporated into it. Right? Because you see some of the bands out there have some pretty crazy stuff. So try D-O-W-Z and then the number 3, all in one word.
Okay, well, I'll take a look at some rewordings.
I'll text it to you so you see what I mean, even though I think you've caught it.
He's texting me.
Oh.
Yeah, texted me the spelling.
Okay.
Here we go. So, here we go. In case we were wondering.